Yes, yes, I'm crazy. If people stick with this channel, it's because they really like the content, because I'm doing everything wrong. Well, I think the sound is cool. The sound is getting better, but the lighting is not bad. But crappy camera. I'm in my pajamas. Um, I have it all organized, information that I have to use. So I think it's good, useful content and well organized and systematized, but not the bullshit market things and the setup behind me and all that stuff. So at least I know this is not the reflex on the glasses is also not a very good thing because I'm using two screens. It will get better, believe me, but I don't want to have, as I said before, the heavy clouds of thinking I must prepare a video. No, I will say it's a pleasure to go and do just right now another video. So that's what I think people really want: honest, useful, inspired, and sometimes funny, like today videos. So this subject, Second Life by Loff, it's bringing a very important subject in Second Life, which I think needs some explanation and needs people to be more aware of where traffic really matters and where traffic can be really misleading, and it can be causing you to lose money, and I will explain you why, and lose a good chance to meet great people and find wonderful worlds. Okay, and in the end, I will give you my 15-year experience and contacts and collaboration with other avatars, other people in Second Life, and many projects and business, and my 15 years experience in Second Life on how to get traffic in a really genuine form. Okay, traffic for real. That means you are having people in your land. Okay. The main goal of this channel is always to be useful, but especially for beginners and veterans. Why both? Because I think there's many usual things to discuss and to point out for veterans, because usually even people that has been a long time in Second Life, sometimes they have a lot of experience in one area and not in many areas. And I think I can bring a little bit of fresh thinking and pointing out important stuff and teaching how to make Second Life easier, faster, and cheaper in many ways for whoever finds it useful, but especially also for beginners to show how wonderful, diverse, and useful and how creative this world can be. You also probably already noticed that I'm creating in Patreon a community, and I have a full region sim, which is Ibiza Life, is around 75% built. It's already functional in many areas with rentals. You can visit Ibiza Life and use it for free in many ways, but you can get involved in Patreon, give something to the community to help us grow and develop, and of course get a lot back, either land or resources, other resources, or even direct help from people in knowledge, contacts, and stuff, even items. So if you enjoy the whole channel in time, regardless of pajamas and a bad camera today, usually I use better cameras. If you somehow find this useful, please like and subscribe, because I may be really helping you somehow. Okay, I have my bullet points here because it's just for some help, some organization. Is traffic important in Second Life? Yes, it is, and I'm going to explain you why. But is it a real thing? Is traffic an exact stat that you can trust? No, not at all. Not at all. Okay, so you must be aware that many people need traffic and need to boost it and need to take care of it and care for it. But many people is losing the chance and is losing money. I'll explain why, with overrating traffic. Okay. Very well. In the end, I will give you some suggestions on how to get traffic for real, as I already said. So why is traffic important? Well, everybody knows the answer to this one, but I want to make it clear and systemize it and point it out for everyone to understand it. First of all, what is traffic? Traffic is not just the number of visitors that go into your land. Traffic is about how long they stay. Right away, you start realizing that traffic doesn't mean that land or that sim or that parcel has many visitors. You can have one guy who brings in 60 avatars and they stay for 1 minute, something happening, and then they go away. And you can have one guy that brings 3, 4 friends and they stay for hours on end on that sim. And that sim with only 3 avatars doing something, whatever they are doing, it's going to count much higher and it's going to be rated as a high traffic sim. And the other one who had many people, many more people, but they stayed, even if they stay for half an hour, just counts downwards. It's less rated in traffic. And who was the sim or the parcel? Traffic can be pointed to just a small, tiny parcel. Who was the sim that really had many visitors? If it's that what matters to you, it's the other one, which is less rated, okay? So people sometimes get stuck into this traffic. This guy has more traffic, so I'm gonna go here first. It's misleading. I will explain you why traffic is misleading. The first reason is the one I explained you. So it's not straightforward, okay? Because staying time on the sim counts a lot for traffic. Even one guy alone building, if it's there for hours and hours and hours, it counts as traffic, and it's just one guy building his lands. Another reason is, well, that's going away. I haven't heard much about it. I think it's a thing of the past, but it still happens. Some guys have, some people have bots, okay? They are not real avatar. It's software programs. They can be hired from some companies. I even saw, I don't know if it's still there, but I even saw in the web market, Second Life web market, officially people providing that service. And it's not avatars, it's fake Fugazi, it's fake. So it's a lie, okay? You are being cheated. You're thinking that sim has traffic. So that's something that happens. But sometimes it can be just AFK people, and you wonder, why the hell does a sim have many people there AFK? Well, I'll give you an excellent example. AFK, it's the new thing. Well, the new thing has been for a while, but it's, if you compare it with other stuff, it's the new thing in Second Life regarding sex. Another reason why I don't want to be monetized. I want people to be here because they like what they get and they somehow can even get involved with the community inside Second Life. So I can say sex because it's part of Second Life. And it's one of the reasons why Meta from Mark Zuckerberg, it's never going to blow up. Sex, blow up. Because they won't have adult stuff. The minute you have a nipple slip in Meta, you are blocked for 30 days. You booked concerts, you have projects with your friends, you are building your lands, you are paying for your land, and you are blocked for 30 days because there was a nipple slip of even an image. You are selling a bra and there's a nipple showing. So forget. A real metaverse, a real fully fledged complete metaverse has adult stuff in it. It must have. That's for another video. But AFK sex profiles are pretty much the new thing regarding adult stuff in Second Life. And those areas, they have sometimes only 20, but it's a lot of avatars, sometimes 60 avatars. AFK. They go there, the sex workers, males and females, there are also males there, and there are gay AFK Sex Sims, also on everything else, and BDSM, whatever. 60 avatars there. They just went in the morning, they logged in, and they left the avatar all day long. It's cheap sex. They get 100 tips or 50 linden or 100 linden tips. If they have a really nice avatar with interactive features and clothes changing and stuff like that, they can be getting a lot of customers, and you are not paying attention to your computer, and your avatar is making good money. It doesn't compare with camping and stuff like that. But anyway, we are here for Traffic, and those sims are ranked super high in Traffic, and they just have AFK avatars. But because in this case, they are not bots, they are real avatars there, and they stay there for hours, and there are many of them. It's a huge traffic count. And you have clubs or other sex brothels that don't have AFK, and they have real people all the time there, interactive, and workers and people greeting and helping people, and for real. And they are much lower on the ranking on the search. Yet those are the ones who really have something going on, real people all the time there. So this shows you how misleading bots, AFKs, and even other ways of bringing people to your sim. Camping is still happening. Camping also, if you have some cash, you can buy traffic. As simple as that. Camping is still a thing. It was much more famous in the beginning, the first half of Second Life, since it started in 2003. But camping is still a thing. You can buy camping chairs, camping pole dance, and you can have a person that is paying lindens, miserable amount of lindens, for newbies to be there camping, and they're all happy because they stay there for 4 hours and they got their 50 lindens, and they are counting as traffic. So you cannot trust traffic counts in a sim. And remember, time counts. So very few visitors for a long time, even if it's something really happening there, it also counts as high traffic, and it's not a place with many visitors, if that's what you're looking for. So you can be making decisions. For example, I'll give a very good example. You need to advertise your services in AdWords. Where are you going? You are going into a sim with high traffic counts, where you know many people go there and can see your AdWords, okay? Touch, get the landmark, get the note card, access your profile, your service, whatever, AdWords. Stores, you may not be trusting very much in other ways to promote your store. Then one of the main features you are counting for your store, it's traffic, visitors. You need people to pass by and see your store. And you go to those famous sims with high traffic, and sometimes there's nobody there. It's just traffic count. And sometimes you really find 50 people there, but it's just a party from a club and it's over and no one goes there the rest of the day. And your store, it's there empty. And you could be paying less in other places with less traffic, but more visitors, okay? Or at least, even if there are not many visitors, you could be putting your store or your AdWord in a place where you have the right people, and people that are real, and they can be more of your customers, and you are paying less, or at least even if you pay the same, you are doing it in a place where you get more return. So more traffic doesn't mean more people in a sense, okay? Well, this said, can we conclude traffic is not important? So forget it. I will change my mind. Second Life, I'll never think about traffic anymore, because it's fake most of the times, and I won't take it in account. Well, no, because like it or not, traffic counts in search. And we all know there are other ways to promote our lands, our events, our business, our rentals, whatever, stores. So there are other ways. There is direct official advertisements. That's not a good option in my opinion, because In terms of advertising classifieds, talking about official Second Life classifieds, I see great business people with great stores and they don't have classifieds. It's not a good way. Anyone who has been for a long time or a bit in Second Life knows that. It's not where you get it. And the main reason, by the way, why doesn't classifieds work? Because some people, and maybe you sometime, sooner or later, you are checking classifieds. When you check a profile from someone, which is a creator or whatever, you sometimes check the classifieds. And when you are doing searches, I figure out that some places can only be found by classifieds because they rank very low on traffic. They don't show on the first page. They only show on the third page. But if you're doing a search by classifieds, you find them, okay? So low traffic, but classifieds, and it's the only way sometimes to find it. So there is stuff that you can be discovering, and it's hidden because of low traffic. And that's the other problem. When we're not talking about money, we're talking about visiting places, meeting people, events. Well, events is a different thing because if you check the events posting, you can discover all the events, even if it's just a place with zero traffic. It will show if the creator of the event posts it. So that's something that you can manage all the way. But nice lands to explore because you are searching for deserts or beaches or dragons or fantasy worlds or whatever you search, and they don't show because they have very low traffic. And when you saw that 20 or 15 places listing and you visited 1, 2, 3 and it's not what you like, you are tired and you move on. And you didn't check the next because in search, many people didn't notice this, in search, and search will list your search for places, will list those places by traffic. And there is a next page. I believe many people never touch the next page, like in Google, there's a next page. And many, I be honest, you probably never did next page, okay? Some people probably did. They like more of an exploration and investigation. So you are losing the opportunity also to discover, enjoy somehow new worlds that doesn't have events, but they have what you need. So yes, traffic is important because we all know the main feature people use to discover either products or lands or the worlds they are looking for, it's search. So either you like it or not, either is fake or artificially created by something. It works, and it's the way places get more visits. It's traffic. I mean, straightforward. Of course, you can post your places in forums, in Facebook groups, in blogs, in whatever places, in TikTok, well, social media, Instagram, Flickr. By the way, I don't know if everybody knows, I can make a video about that. Flickr, it's going moderate. It's not allowing adult stuff in the next few months. So be aware because many stuff from Second Life won't be able to survive in Flickr. Okay, they are going snowflake totally. Well, maybe Twitter becomes crazier and you can use Twitter. Well, Twitter is already crazy because there's lots of adult stuff in Twitter. So, okay, so let's get a grip of all of this and resume. Not always a place with high traffic has more visitors, period. And sometimes it's totally fake. So be aware of that. And that is important either for going in events, meeting people, discovering places, and doing business, your store, your outboard. Okay, so be very aware of that. You better check that place more times and see if there is real people going there. And there are many of them. And it's real if the traffic, you got to spend some time there, going there in different times if you really want to have the decision to open your store there or your outboard or whatever you want to do for traffic. Or even if you want to have fun and you want to find places and you want to have the landmarks right there in your number one list, in your list to visit often. Sometimes you will find out the traffic, it's bullshit. But the second thing, to remember, it's, like it or not, for some people, if you are just about, you want your home in peace to bring your friends and you want your paradise and you don't need people, you don't care about traffic, okay? But for many people, it's still a thing. It's still controlling the main way of other people to find your business or land or events. It's search, and search with it's completely controlled by traffic. So you need traffic for many stuff. Okay, so you somehow, many people in Second Life need traffic if they own land, more than the people that don't need it. It's, there's no way around. So how do you get traffic? Genuine, real traffic. There are three ways of getting real traffic in your lands and take advantages on it. You call 50 friends and ask them to be AFK on your sim, and then it's done. No, that's not genuine. That's fake. No, it's very easy. It's very easy, but there's some work behind it, of course. But the solutions are simple. I'll give you three good ideas, two of them general and other with more examples. One is events. It's the main way, because with events, even if they last only for 1 hour and a half or two, you get the boost, at least for those days, for 1 day or more, you get a real good boost in traffic, and you can think and plan. And if you want to publicize something or sell or rent, you suddenly open your stores for rental or your lands for rental, and everything is ready, and you do 2 live concerts in 1 day, and the next day 2 live concerts, and you can hire. I will be unfair. I will be totally unfair, because I will talk about one band that does great concerts, but don't stick to this one, because I'm pretty sure there are lots of musicians, DJs, and bands to hire. I have great experience with these guys, and many people know this band. It's one of the oldest. Malia Gustafsson has been there for a long time, almost since she's 14 years old. I'm 15 in Second Life. Of course, I'm not 15 in real life. I don't have a 15 years old pajama. Do you think so? It's too, well, I don't know. It's not bad. It's cool. Lightning strikes. You get those guys in your land. You don't even, of course, you should publicize the event, but even if you don't publicize the event, those guys have their massive fans group. Those guys will bring a troop to your land. You better start putting some caps and like only allowing 70 avatars so it doesn't get laggy. They will set up 1 day before. You deal with them, you talk with them, you give them half the payments, and we are talking about this video can get out of date, so I'm talking about today, not next year. Bear with me, and they can change their rates, but for something like, and I'm being very accurate, 2,000 lindens, so you pay 1,000 in advance to book and so they know exactly when there is, and they get a commitment, and they can say no to others, and you pay the other thousands before or in the day of the concert before they start. They have their own tip jars there. You cannot put your tip jars in front of the stage. You can have them in your sim, but allow them to make some extra money, which they deeply deserve. And those guys will put almost anything you want, from the newest bands to the oldest bands. I'm going to open Ibiza Life when it's ready, or when it's completely, like, at least 95% ready, because no builder or no sim owner will ever say my sim is 100% ready. It's always something to change and to improve and to correct and to test. But when Ibiza, it's more or less like 95% ready, I will open with a massive, huge stage in the beach with the sky and the water, Pink Floyd concert. Yeah, I'm old. I'm 52, so what the hell do you want? Pink Floyd, those guys, they do covers, but go check it. Go to events, lightning strikes, look for them, search for their group, subscribe their group, and go check it before you hire them. Just watch one or two concerts for them. It's massive. The avatars dress up like the real band dresses. They talk with people. They communicate. Sometimes they do 1.5 hours, 1 hour and a half of a massive concert. The stage is beautiful. You need some prems allowances and take care of the perms. With these guys and probably many other good bands in Second Life, sometimes even a DJ or just a live musician, you get loads of people, you get a high traffic, and it's real traffic with real people visiting there, and you get a boost. But since it's not something that's happening every day in your sim, you gotta take advantage and use that opportunity to really publicize in your groups or in social media that you publicize that you're opening, that you have rentals, and then you have a boost with and you show up higher in searches for rentals or for whatever you want to do in your sim. So you can be a vampire and you want people there to then with you and your vampire friends jump on them, and then you have to eat and drink and stuff like that. So it's a way of also of attracting people, a live concert. So, and you can do it smaller, DJs and more frequent. But lightning strikes, I swear they didn't pay me. They should, but they didn't pay me. But well, those guys value money. Don't even exit, but follow them. Check some concerts they are doing for free. You go as a visitor and check them. Follow them. Nothing like a party and event to boost, but you can do other types of events, of course. You probably attended other types of events. It can be a fair or a show, but a live concert is pretty much guaranteed because the band brings their fans, and that's pretty much, if you're doing a fair or something, you have to talk with many people, come visit my fair. Maybe some guys go in the morning and other goes in the afternoon. A live concert is like granted. So other ideas. You can do crazy stuff. You can do crazy stuff. You can, for example, one time I had a sim which was called Social Town. The idea was to be social, communicative, and people making friends. Not social in the sense that like social buildings, like cheap stuff, but the name was poorly chosen. It's part of being in Second Life doing those crazy mistakes because many people visit that it was a tropical stuff with interesting stuff, and people said, "Oh, this is a great place, Social Town." When I heard the name, I thought this was like the projects, like those places where people pay really cheap to be. But anyway, I needed people. And I needed traffic to boost the land and people to come to rent some bungalows and stuff. And what I did, very simple. I opened a free hotel. I built, actually, that one was 100% built by me, except for the doors, scripts, and the rental boxes. And I built a huge hotel with 13 floors, I believe. It was in one corner of the city. It was not there like breaking the views and stuff. And all the hotel rentals were free. They were one linden because the rental boxes didn't allow zero value. One linden, free hotel, and I had several groups and other ways of publicizing. And I went to publicize the free hotel. You can also subscribe spam groups. Somebody will come when they hear free hotel. And you can do a free hotel, a free villa. Of course, you when you are offering something for free, you don't need to put many prims there. It was a free hotel. You can put 50 prims on the hotel. I had already an adult bed and some stuff, some very low prim stuff, and they could put some extra 50 linens. Oh, a few linens, man, it's free, like it or not. And people were going there. This was back in the days when to have your products in the web page markets, you needed a box. I don't remember the name. I don't recall, where you put the stuff there to be able and available for. So some people even rented those rooms just to have their box. But there's a catch. If you don't like hotels or freelance or whatever, because having all that people in the hotel, it was a vertical hotel, so it was a small parcel. So I didn't need to steal half my SIM to have so many people in my land enjoying the free hotel. People had the same parcel, so the media and the name of the parcel was controlled by me. People just have perms for raising prims, building, and ejecting trolls, stuff like that. But they were taking only a very small parcel because it was a vertical option. You can do it horizontal, but that will steal more of your SIM. You can do something like a flea market, for example, which is quite a good idea. A flea market, like I promoted it, and I had people selling there. But you must impose some rules. For example, if you are offering free rentals, first of all, if you have serious money rentals in your SIM, you got to make sure the guys who are going there for free on the free hotel, they don't get as much as the real renters will pay 500 or 1,000 lindens per week for your rentals. So you got to make sure you just offering a chance for people to have a home and basic stuff. So make sure it's free, but it's if you have otherwise nobody will rent from your homes or stores because they have their hotel rooms. Another very important thing when you offer a space for a free market, and I had the flea market, so it was like those flea markets from London or Paris or whatever, and I had some stuff in the floor, some marks in the floor, and people could put their what they were selling there. It was for free. Again, rental box is 1 linden, so I could control who was there renting. And there was a cap because I wanted to be a flea market. The flea market is cheap, so there was a sign saying the most you can ask for one item is 50 lindens. So yeah, and people were pretty much. I was very much into being there every day and checking things out, and it was running well. And those boosted very much my traffic. It's real. Okay, I know I have one more here. Sorry. A YouTuber never does this. Events. Oh, of course. And freebies. You can also. Sorry, I forgot to tell you something. When you are offering free rentals, either it is hotel, a market, or a mall, and you offer tiny little stores for free, and the big stores are the ones who you're really renting for money. But when you have those tricks to bring real, genuine traffic, because it's real people going there and enjoying it and visiting and using the land, it's real, it's not fake traffic. But when you do that, make sure those free rentals have short periods for renewal. Because as you can imagine, if you have a free hotel with 7 floors or a free mall with tiny little 10 stores, and you are publicizing, you have free stores and free hotel rooms, people will automatically do what? Oh, it's free, 1 linden just because for the rental boy, it's free. Boom, I have a free room on these nice islands, and I can come here whenever I want. But in fact, they are going to other places, and they don't need your hotel room because it's 1 linden. So they probably have even a home. So the only way to make sure that people using your hotel, your mall, or your market, or whatever you create for free, the only way you know those people really need that place, it's setting up 3-day maximum rental, or a week, never more than a week. Sometimes even a daily rental. And okay, you want your free hotel, you have to come here back every day or at least every 3 days and renew your rental. You renew your rental, you keep going with a free hotel. It's because you know how people is. It's free? Oh, great, it's mine. 1 linden, 10 months, it's rented, it's mine. Whatever, I'll never come back here. And your goal is traffic, it's not the linden. So be aware of that. As I told you before in other videos, if you checked, if you didn't check, you can check. So far, this is the only one with pajamas. As I as I explained in other videos, you gotta be really careful. And there are many tweaks and ways and tricks to get these, but be careful with that so this doesn't happen and you get that. So Second Life is amazing because of that. There are so many tools, so many crazy ways. And freebies. I mean, I believe freebies were more important in the past because with the huge amount of creators and competition, you have low premiums, good values, and you find good quality stuff. And people with time get tired of those like lousy freebies and they want good stuff. But also many creators keep creating new stuff and start offering the very old stuff for free. So there are good freebies. So it takes time. You can even challenge other people to do it. But if you have freebies, good freebies, well organized, not the usual bunch of boxes in one corner. If you have something interesting, once I had a resort and in the beach, there were a very well organized group of freebies. And although they are freebies, they were really good quality bikinis and bathing suits and male shorts, also surf shorts, and people who visited the sim could suddenly very quickly get their free bathing suits or bikinis or whatever, and they look great. And it was a convenience. Sometimes people are starting, they didn't have a bikini yet, and okay, convenience. So freebies, if you want people to keep coming back, it's more work, and you have to keep renewing your freebies and have a site there saying each week new freebies, or you know how it goes. All of this is work. Setting up a free hotel, a free market, whatever. All of this means work. But many times you are having work in ways that you are not sure if you're going to attract traffic. These are certain ways that for sure will attract traffic and will boost your traffic. And that's something that you are working for sure and you're getting the results. And then later on, you do what you really want to do, which is creating a club or a place where people come or renting stuff or whatever. So these are strategies that are proven and they automatically translate into traffic. Of course, there are many ways to try and get traffic. And the last way, and people sometimes don't pay attention to this, it's amenities. Amenities means, I mean many things by the name amenities. Free stuff people can do, but make sure somehow they know about it. Even you have a poster or you have a teleport system that includes the keywords of places that people can have fun. And amenities can be places, great places, can be surfing waves, can be vehicles like free razors, but you have to have many, okay? Yeah, abundance. Also take care and think about stuff that several people can use together, because that's better. Like, for example, I had an old, it was a basic one, but it was really cool, sailing boat razor, but it was just for one person. And I spent, I don't remember, it was not expensive, but I spent some money buying a sailboat razor that sails a more modern and more nice, cool sailing boat that allows 4 passengers. So you go there. Actually, this one you don't touch to raz it. It's just I always have like floating text nearby saying right click and click right, whatever. And that's also some important matter and maybe a good issue for a video, how to orientate people visiting your land, because sometimes we think people will guess what to do and how to do, and sometimes they need some instructions, basics. And they right click and click drive, and the boat goes away. A new one shows up ready for the next one. But that boat allows 4 passengers, and their friends can be in the boat, like riding in the sun, and other guys like trying to drive the boat Jesus Christ, I don't remember how to say it in English. The thing that makes the boat turn. Well, whatever. Um, Wheel. The wheel. Yeah, the wheel. The boat wheel. I think it is. You get the picture. And one thing is to have a horse racer, whatever. Vehicles, funny stuff like water parks with sliders or just a board where people can jump to the water. I have a very nice, small, great stuff. I'm going to do a video about specific objects that are really like with 500 lindens, you get something amazing, changes your life in your sim. So I'm going to do a video about some stuff like that. But you just touch them and you are swimming right away in the water and you can dive and you can go off sim. So funny stuff, lots of it, that when people visit by any reason, or when you manage somehow to attract a visitor, they like it, they have fun, they try this and that, and they see stuff that can be done with friends, and they sooner or later they will be coming back because when they are bored, oh, that place I remember, nice horses and a beautiful, I'm going to show it to my friend or bring my friends and amenities. Sometimes it's just a very beautiful garden with great stuff, and you really feel like that place is special with a great view. It doesn't need to be always something interactive. Animals, sounds. If you put some sounds, and there are loads of sounds you can put in somewhere. Don't exaggerate. Don't put sounds everywhere from everything because people will get mad. But like near the ocean, some seagulls, sounds, near some places, some birds. That makes atmosphere, it makes your sim much more attractive. Amenities mean all of this, okay? But especially things for people to play, touch, interact, vehicles, you get the picture. But many and for groups also. And that will surely, with time, maybe not so fast as a live concert or a market or a free hotel, but with time will ensure, even if it's not many people at once like the other ones, on the other side it will be more steady because each people that comes, they will come back and the word gets out and you end up having a nice sim with people coming back. Maybe it's just 3 each time or just 1, but it's constant. So it can be better for traffic because it's steady and keeps your traffic, even if it's not a jump. It's steady and it's good traffic instead of you having a jump and then no live concert and it's gone. The free hotel and free market or free mall in this case are also better because it's also constant, but they don't bring so many people. You don't have 100 stores to offer for free in your market. Okay, so these are the strategies that I think they really work for traffic. But please try to teach other people, okay, especially newbies, but maybe people that have been around for long, they have the wrong impression about traffic, okay? So try to change a little bit the way you do things, the places you visit, where you put your store or rental. Try to find other ways to investigate and know if it's really worth it, the investment in time or visiting or even doing a business, because traffic, it's very misleading, but it's still important if you need people in your land. Well, I think it's all for today. I hope you enjoy my pajamas and stay cool in Second Life. But I'll also learn to edit. Actually, I do it, but only the next viewers will have an edited video where I show up, hello, and then bye-bye, and it's cut. I do it, but I can handle it. I want the video out, so it goes just like this, and then I will cut it, but it's processing. It takes sometimes 1 day to get the cut version there. So if you're watching it now, you're going to see me disconnecting everything and stuff like that. But at least I know whoever is around this channel really enjoys it. And it's not because I did some crazy clickbaiting stuff or beautiful thumbnails are important. I will also improve thumbnails. I think they are not so bad.